The opening ceremony of the Paralympics takes place in Paris tonight, and there's a special event taking place in southwest London today to celebrate the start of the Games. Miriam Walker-Khan is there for us.
We are at Battersea Power Station for a Paralympics GB fan zone, and there is so much going on here. You can try out a sport, you can do boccia, British cycling are here, there's fencing, and we are delighted to be joined by Danielle Brown, who is a double Paralympic champion in archery. Danielle, just tell us why these fan zones matter, especially for the Paralympics.
I mean, this is awesome. This is the first time there's ever been a fan zone for the Paralympics. And I think one of the things that I always talk about is the lack of representation, the lack of visibility. And here we are in the middle of London. We've got a big screen. We're going to be able to watch Paralympic sport. We're going to be able to try it out. It's just so important to break down those barriers and increase that representation.
It all kicks off today. It is very exciting, the opening ceremony tonight in Paris. Just tell us how those athletes will be feeling. How did you feel on your first Paralympic Games?
I was so excited, getting to represent your country on that huge stage is just so exciting. It's a huge honour, it's a privilege, but equally I was really nervous. I really mattered, I really cared about it, I wanted to win the medal, and you put in all that effort. You're not just going there to show up, you're there to compete, and it is serious business. So I imagine people will be a mixture of excitement and nerves.
You were obviously a pro at dealing with those nerves because you won 2 gold medals at the Paralympics, but how did you control them, especially when you're so young?
So as an athlete, you do spend a lot of time training for that. So it's not just about all the physical training, you do a lot of mental training as well. What really helped for me was building my confidence up, believing in yourself, believing in your ability, and being able to trust yourself when you're under pressure. It takes a lot of hard work, but ultimately, I just faked it. I went out there, I pretended I was confident. I was a bit like a duck paddling upstream, looked nice and graceful on the top, but underneath my little legs were going like crazy.
Well, it worked very well. Just tell us what you're most excited about for these Paralympics, because it feels like a bit of a home games now that it's in Paris like the Olympics was. But what are you really excited to see?
I'm just excited about the variety of sport, and I think that's what the most amazing thing about the Games is, that you can just switch from swimming to athletics to rugby, and you can just watch it all, and that's the beauty of it. You can see amazing athletes from all over the world competing in lots of different sports, and just sort of seeing that coming together. I always think that the Paralympics is that it showcases the human adaptability, people going out there just achieving incredible things, and it is all about their ability and what they can do rather than what they can't.
And why is that so important, especially for young kids watching, especially if they've been kind of inspired by the Olympics? Why now does that matter that they also see the Paralympics?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the word disability, it is a pretty horrible word. It means something isn't working, it's broken, whereas the Paralympics is all about ability, what you can do, and young people watching it, seeing what they can achieve. Those role models are very important, whether you've got a disability or not. I grew up and I was able to name one disabled person, which was Stephen Hawking, so having loads of different role models and just seeing what people can achieve, it just helps you and think, do you know what, if they did it, maybe I can too, maybe I can try that. That option, that avenue is open to me as well.
We know obviously Paralympics GB are so successful at the Games across so many different sports, but have you got any specific ones to watch that we can look out for?
Oh, I mean, it's really tough. There are a few athletes that I sort of really do admire. I think Oksana Masters from the US, she's just amazing in so many different sports. She's brilliant. But from a UK point of view, obviously cheering on Paralympics GB, but I guess ones to watch for me are Hannah Cockcroft and Laura Sugar. I think those two will be keeping my fingers crossed and hoping they do really well.
Exactly. So Danielle, thank you so much for chatting to us. We'll let you go and do some boccia. I might join you a bit. And we'll have all the updates from the Paralympics across Sky Sports News, and we'll be in Paris next week too with live updates from the Games.